whenever we find a new word or a new topic, okay, and we use a term for that, a term can be one word or it can be more than one words, a group of words. We say that define it, define it. We use the word definition about it. We say what is the definition of it? What is its definition? Okay. Today we will look into this word definition. What does it mean? What is the exact meaning of a definition? Okay. When we say define something. Okay. And uh, Abdurrafi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read from the top of this page number 109, developing your language definitions. First, read the information that is given inside the box with the heading of remember on the right top corner of this page. Start from here, then come to the
Yes.
text. Yes,
Remember, a definition is the abstract meaning of a word. To define a
exact,
word precisely, exact
exact.
meaning of a word.
Yes,
To define a word precisely, you may need several words. The dictionary may also give more than one meaning.
yeah.
Well,
The dictionary, the meanings of something is called the definition, and this is what that is very simple, which is very simple, and you already know this. Okay, and he says that for the definition we use some other words which give us some details of that topic or that term which we use for something. Okay, the definition is basically the details about that topic. Okay, or the meanings. Read, and you can
developing
get
your
a lot
language
of meanings
definition.
of one word, more than one or two meanings of one word from in the dictionary. Yes.
Developing your language definitions. The word, the words in the word cloud are also associated with old. Some more examples are old-fashioned, antique, antediluvian,
Diluvian,
antediluvian,
antediluvian,
obsolete, uh,
obsolete.
obsolete, venerable, and traditional. You
Yes.
can easily use these words in the wrong context. For example, is it correct to say her house was full of old-fashioned furniture? It would be wrong to say Greek culture is old-fashioned. In this context, classic is the correct word to use.
So sometimes the words, the meanings of the words, okay, do not match with the context of the sentence. Look at this explanation, or look at the thing which I'm just pay attention to the thing which I'm saying. That sometimes the meanings of a word, the meaning of a word does not match to the context of the sentence in which we are using that word. That word. For example, if you look at this one, her house was full of old-fashioned furniture. Concentrate on the word old-fashioned. This is an adjective which we have used over here. And if you remember, I told you before that the suitable adjectives are very important. It means that the exact meanings of the adjectives should be matching with the context of the sentence. If you look at this word, old-fashioned, fashioned is an adjective, but it suits the context of this sentence because it is used for the noun furniture, this adjective, and this furnitures, the old furnitures can be known as or can be called old-fashioned furniture. But if you use the same word which means old from the past, if you use it for the word culture, that would be wrong. Look at this sentence. Greek culture is old-fashioned. This is wrong. Old-fashioned cannot be used with the noun culture. So if you use it over here in this sentence, it would be wrong. In this context, classical is the correct word to use. So the adjective that can be used for the past culture is classical. You have heard it that this is classical. This is classical dance. Classical dance. Classical dance means the dance that relates to the past. Classical song. Songs belong to the culture. So, so classical songs. Classical songs are the old songs, not from the recent time. Okay, So same is the case with Greek culture. Greek culture, you know, that is from longer past, longer past. So we will use the word classical instead of old fashioned, instead of calling it old fashioned. Old fashioned cannot suit the word culture, but classical does. Okay, that's why we will say that Greek culture is classical. Cannot say that Greek culture is old fashioned. Answer the following questions. Question number one, use the dictionary to find the meanings. You will find the meanings of these words by yourself. Question number two, write your own definition of hot, when it is a hot day and when it is a spicy meal. And now, in this question number two, he is trying to explain something different than the things which he have explained before. Here he says that in question number two, he means that one word may carry two different meanings, and both would be apparently both would be same. But when you use them in the same sentence in different sentences, they come up with different meanings. For example, if you say when it is a hot day, the word that is hot, the word hot, which is used for a hot day, is different in meanings than when you use the same word for a spicy meal. You say this food is this meal is very hot. It is hot meal. It means that you are talking about the spices. You mean to say that it is a spicy meal, okay? But you cannot use this word hot in the same context for a hot day because the day cannot be spicy, but meal does. Okay, so meanings of one word may carry a difference in themselves when you use them in two different contexts of two different sentences. And question number three, write your own definition of doctor, teacher, and professor. Leave this. Come to the next part, word builder. Yes, Abdurrahman, read it.
Yes, sir. Word builder. Each pair of sentences and discuss which sentence uses the word from the word cloud most appropriately.
Okay, there are three words on in the word cloud on page number 108. If you look at these words, there are three words. The first one is ancient, number two classical, the third one old fashioned, the fourth one primitive, the fifth one senility, and the sixth one is time honored. Okay, they belong to the same category, but when you use them in different contexts, when you use them in sentences, you have to use them in different contexts. Okay, over here, if you are confused about the meaning of any word, you can find in the dictionary. Before working on this exercise, find out the meanings of all these words, exact meanings, and then match these six words with these four sentences. And look at the question, what does he say? Read each pair of sentences and discuss each pair of sentences. In one question, there are one pair of sentences, like two sentences are there. So he says that read each pair of sentences and discuss which sentence use the word from the word cloud most appropriately. To find out the most appropriate word for a sentence, you need to know the exact meanings of the words. So first find out the exact meanings of these words which we have on page number 108 in in word cloud, and then match those words with these sentences. There are 8 sentences and 6 words. Do it now. Be quick. Hurry up, you have only 1 minute. According to the words which have been given in the word cloud, which sentence is correct? Which word has been correctly used in in which sentence? Do it and raise your hand. It's easy. Simply read the sentence and you'll get the answer. Like the word which has been picked up from the word cloud to use in the sentence is correctly used, or it is a mistake. Okay, raise your hand. Okay, is the time up? Okay, yes, Abdurrafi. Can you discuss it with me?
Yes, sir. Number one, Part A. I enjoy reading about the Egyptians and other ancient civilization. Part B. I planted this bush last year, so it is ancient. So the first one is correct. A.
The first one is correct because ancient, like civilization can be ancient, okay, and 1 year old bushes are not. Bushes cannot be ancient,
Yes.
okay. Yes, okay. Number two.
A. I've just written a classical story about my grandmother. I've just read a story about a classical hero called Hercules. Part
Mhm.
B is correct.
Yes, and which one is correct? Part B.
Yes, sir. Part B.
Yeah, because the grandmothers cannot be that old that we use the word ancient for them. Oh, sorry, we use the
Last.
word classical for them. The word classical cannot be used for the grandmothers. Okay, but for the heroes, the classical hero or the classical story is correct. Okay, yes, C,
So can I do next?
B. Part A.
let him do. Yes.
Senil- Senility causes this tree to fall down. Part
Hmm?
B. This poor old man is confused owing to his senility.
Yes.
Part B.
Why? What does this word senile means or senility?
Sir, weak and forgetful.
Yes, like it is a weaker state of mind. And you cannot use this word for the trees because they don't have the brains. Okay, so you will use it for the poor old man, poor old man. Okay, senility, and the word is senile, basically senile. It's okay. It's the last one, fourth.
Fourth,
Number
part
three,
A.
B is
My
correct. Yes, number four.
fourth, my A. My aunt is time honored. It is her 50th birthday. Part B. It is a time honored custom to celebrate the first day of spring. Sir, part B is correct.
Part B is correct. Why? Because customs can be time honored because they are repeated time in a game. Okay, but people cannot be repeated time in a game. So the customs can be repeated. So we say that this B part is correct because it is a time honored custom to celebrate the first day of spring. Okay, that's it, and that's all from now. Let me see what is the next exercise. Grade 8. This is. When is your exam? English exam? This week or the next week? Next
Sir,
week, right?
next week.
So next week.
Next week, sir.
Okay. Okay, we have the workbook to workbook next exercises on workbook page number. Open workbook by page number 56. And let's see what do we have over there. I'm stopping the recording because we are done with the explanation. Okay, on page number 56, you will learn about writing the ending of a creative work. Okay,